Howdy folks, West Coast Swan again. Part 2 of our July 6th, 2020 ride. It's a Monday. Blue skies. 84 degrees Fahrenheit. A little bit windy, which is normal. We just had lunch at the really delightful city park there in Heppner, Oregon. Shady, cool. What a nice break. And because of this darn COVID, we're packing our lunches, which actually turned out to be kind of fun. And let's see here. I think the title of this ride on our map webpage is Cecil Ruggs Condon Biggs Home is the title of the ride. And this is another ride that I really struggled with as far as editing. I have 98 minutes video. I gotta try to make 10 to 15 minutes. So what do? So I bumped the speed up, and I had to edit some things out. So some of the canyons and corners and a lot of the fallow fields I had to cut out. Fallow is just a field you don't plant. It's just resting. Up here in the dry land, you don't plant the same field every year. You rotate. It lets the soil rest, so to speak, and you don't take all the nutrients out. And that's just how they do things. They've been doing it for well over 100 years, so these guys know what they're doing. And on this video, there's 5 of us. Kind of odd. We have 4 trikes and 1 bike. Kind of different. And as I mentioned on the last video, Richard's here for his first ride of the year. He broke his wrist playing pickleball. And Richard's, I don't know, 80 something. He takes a while to heal up when you're that old. But by golly, look at that old fart out here in the saddle. Enjoyed himself. And I'm sure glad he's here. I really enjoy his company. Extremely intelligent, musically talented individual. And you're going to see some big country. There's a lot of land up here. A lot of canyons. A lot of twisties, 2-lane twisties. That's what we're all about, guys. That's what we live for. You can have the interstate. We'll take this stuff any day of the week. Rural America. Big grain silos. There's grain silos all over. This part of the country feeds a lot of the world. They produce a lot of grain. It's amazing. A lot of cattle, a lot of grain. We're going to see a lot of wheat, a lot of barley. And there's different kinds of wheat. Some of it's still growing and some of it's ready for harvest. You know the song Amber Ways of Grain. That's what we have. Amber Ways of Grain. And folks, like always, I'm promoting my Chapter X Gold Wing Road Riders Association here in Vancouver, Washington. You can find us, type in your search bar, Chapter X, Vancouver, Washington, Chapter X, GWRRA, Chapter X, Washington. There's a lot of ways to find us, but it all goes to the same place. And we've got a pretty nice website. Our webmaster, he's in the lead today. He's up front. Does a great job on that website. Always keeps it up to date. I got links to all kinds of really cool stuff. Extremely intuitive. I like that. It just, you go there and it's just obvious what you're supposed to do, what you're supposed to click. That's the way to do a website. And guys, if you're up for some really cool, fun rides, you want to make some new friends, want to learn some motorcycle safety, you want to gain some knowledge about most anything in life, our members, they've been there, done that. They've been around the block. You just ask a question, somebody's going to have an answer. We don't tell you what to do, but if you ask, we'll give you some tips. Like on my camera, 5 or 6 guys, I saw what they did with their cameras, what kind of cameras they had, how they powered them. I just took all that knowledge and made it into what I needed, what I wanted. I had a perfect first time install on both my trike and my bike. Worked out great. And as you can see, I am on my trike today. Video's horizontal, it's flat. Camera's mounted right underneath the vent in the windscreen. You got power coming up to the right front pocket, fairing pocket. Yeah, it works good. And you can't see, there's a car coming up the hill. Larry, the lead, he couldn't see it because he was already in this area that's got the little bank. So anyway, I was on the CB giving him a heads up, car coming. That's what we do, we look out for each other. We either use a CB radio or a Bluetooth headset or hand signals, whatever you got. Mike's up there, he's got a Harley Davidson Tri-Glide. It's a trike, a Harley Davidson trike. He's not real wild about these kind of roads here with no guardrail. I love it. But he's being cautious. He's doing his own ride. That's one of the things we really promote. Ride your own ride. If we're going too fast, you don't have to keep up. We'll slow down. You know, ride within your skill set. Ride your own ride. That's so important, guys. Don't let other people pressure you into doing something you're not comfortable with or you can't handle. That's just a recipe for disaster. Ride your own ride. That's the way to do it. And we're not going to leave you. We'll adjust for you. We do ask that you dress accordingly. We have a thing, all the gear, all the time. We really want you to wear a helmet, pants. You got to protect yourself. There's a saying, dress for the slide, not the ride. Dress for the slide, not the ride. Yeah, I see photos and videos of guys wearing cutoffs and flip-flops and they crash their bike and oh boy, do they ever pay for it. And we're old. We slow down, we stay within 5 miles of the speed limit, or we do what's called the basic rule. If there's no posted speed limit, you just ride a safe speed to fit the road conditions. It's just about safety, guys. And one of the outfits I like, it's called itsafineline.com. itsafineline.com. Those folks have some great videos, tutorials on safety. I mean, you name it. Motorcycle awareness, all kinds of stuff. Really good outfit. They have a goal to have 0 motorcycle fatalities in the state of Washington by 2030. That's really good stuff. Want to learn how to do U-turn, want to learn how to do braking. I mean, gee whiz, there's just all kinds of stuff. You don't ride, but you drive a car. There's some motorcycle awareness stuff in there. look for, and how to watch out for motorcycles, just all kinds of stuff. And we're all about safety. We like to be safe. Well, you could see for miles and miles and miles. All kinds of wheat, barley. This isn't quite ready to harvest yet. Coming soon though. And you notice that we're on these roads, we spread out. You know, on interstate you have a different set of rules. When you get out here, you want to leave yourself plenty of room. Oh, we're in Cottonwood, Oregon already. That was fast. Rural America. Salt of the earth. Yep, no big cities around here. Just country folk, ranchers and farmers. What a great day. Goodness. Next year it'll be just the opposite. And you can see the wind turbines. There's thousands and thousands of those wind turbines here. I'm going to put a still in here, give you kind of a idea how big they are. They're between 400 and 445 feet tall. That includes the propeller, when the propeller's straight up, or the blade they call it. Not only do these people feed in America, they have a new cash crop, these wind turbines. They give the landowners a much needed cash revenue. Far fewer people going bankrupt, far fewer farmers losing their place because crop failures, taxation, fires. If you're farming, it's like going to Las Vegas and gambling. It is a bit of a gamble, and you work really hard. But these guys feed us. They feed a lot of the world, actually. There's a lot of grain coming out of this part of the country. A lot of rangeland, fields. And like I said earlier, guys, I had to cut a lot of this video. I got 98 minutes. What do? I can't show you everything. I'm just trying to give you a basic idea of what's up here. If you live in the area, you've never been up here, get up here. Whether you're bicycle, walking, taking your car, riding, it doesn't matter. This is some really neat stuff. And roll your windows down so you can smell the fresh air and all the different scents. And just barely see Mount Adams over there, Mount Hood over there. There's Rainier off to the right. St. Helens, it's the one that blew up. You can't see it very good, but not the best day for volcanic peak viewing. Little clouds in the distance, and it's just a touch hazy. But we have many days you come up here, there's not a cloud in the sky, and the air is crystal clear. You can 7 to 9 volcanic peaks from different areas. You don't get that too many places in the world, guys. There's a lot of uniqueness, unique terrain, unique people. There's a lot of cool stuff. Stuff you can only be found just in one little spot in the world, and different places. On this next couple of videos we're going to talk a little bit about that. Boy, I like these roads. Coming down the canyons, going out of the canyons. You get up on top, you can see for all the way to the horizon. Yeah, it's pretty neat. It is, obviously, this is on the east side of the Cascades. It's dry. 11, 12 inches of rainfall a year. Takes a lot of land to graze the cattle. Then you come to a place like this, we're just about ready to hit the John Day River. It's like an oasis in a desert. There's Cottonwood Canyon about 2 o'clock on the dial. Oregon's newest state park. They have camping, day use. They have I don't know if it's a petting zoo, but they have calves and stuff, sheep, one thing or another, for the kids to play with. They have a museum. They have a really cool gift shop. All kinds of really neat stuff. This is a really fun place. Out in the middle of nowhere. Who would have thunk, right? You can go swimming down there, John Day River. A lot of people go floating, fishing. The water's nice. And that's a cattle guard. It keeps the cows, they don't cross those. They call them cattle guards. You don't have to fence the road. You just put a cattle guard in and the cows can't get across it. And guys, we're just about here, so I'm loving it. Guys, take care. Bye.